My name is Sean Flynn. My life is a complicated one, and if you're going to understand it, we need to start at the beginning, before the bombs dropped and changed the world forever. In 1939, Adolf Hitler tried to shape the world under his rule. He failed in that goal, but succeeded in coloring the way the world looked at each other. Fear became the order of the day for many of the world's superpowers. Fear of each other, fear of themselves. The fear of communism all but paralyzed American society as they began to cling onto what they felt was American. American values and the American way of life became a mantra that succeeded in freezing societal advancement. Over the years, their level of technology changed drastically, but American society, how they lived and how they viewed the world around them, changed little. Despite the troubles at home, there was relative peace in the world for over a century. As I said, fear was the order of the day. In this case, it was the fear of nuclear bombs that kept the peace. Weapons of destruction so powerful that peace was no longer a lofty goal to aspire to, but was now the only path to survival. Each nation held a gun to the other's head so that if one pulled the trigger, everyone fell. My mother once told me that the problem with a Mexican standoff is that the longer it lasts, the more likely something will bring it all crashing to the ground. A misspoken word, a bead of sweat in the wrong eye, even a gust of wind can be enough to bring death to all. This was the world I grew up in. I was born in 2050 in Chicago, and all things considered, I had a happy childhood. My mother was a police officer, one of the best. The awards she had accumulated over the years were only matched by her sense of duty for her country and the people she protected. My father was a doctor who ran a small clinic on the edge of the city. Back then, ignorant of the world's problems, my biggest concern was whose parents' footsteps I would follow in. They shielded me from the horrors the world was facing as I grew up. Before I had learned to read or write, the fear that kept the whole world in check was being pushed past the breaking point by the simplest of things: oil. The world ran on black gold, and the world was very greedy. As the 21st century dragged on, the world's reserves of oil began to dry up. In 2052, the oil-rich Middle Eastern countries drastically raised their oil prices, causing many smaller countries to collapse, and even squeezed larger nations. The European Commonwealth, who relied almost exclusively on the Middle East for oil, retaliated in what became known as the Resource Wars. Fears became a taste of reality when the Middle Eastern countries fired nuclear weapons at each other. By 2060, the oil in the Middle East ran dry. No longer having a common enemy to fight, Europe turned on itself as the countries fought over what scarce resources were left. By this time, Alaska was one of the only places left in the world that had oil. America stationed a military presence there to protect it from the only other superpower left in the world: China. When I was 16, China invaded Alaska in a desperate attempt to claim its oil. For the first time in almost 200 years, war raged on American soil. In 2069, my mother was drafted into the military to fight the invasion. My father followed her, jokingly telling me that she was too hard-headed and he would need to be around to patch her up. They both gave their lives a year later in the fight for Anchorage. The day after their funeral, I walked into an Army recruiter's office and signed up. I was young and angry and saw this as a chance to avenge my parents' deaths. I fought with distinction on the front lines, and in 2072 I was recruited into the Special Forces. I was given elite training and became part of Project Shadow. You see, China and America went about war in two very different ways. America had the most brilliant minds in the world and developed advanced weapon systems like lasers and plasma small arms, and the T-51B power armor. Power armor ran off of nuclear fusion, and was designed to turn one man into a destructive force on par with a tank. I can say from personal experience that the suits did their jobs well. In a stand-up fight, America far outclassed Chinese forces. However, where America shined in brute force, China excelled in subterfuge. Elite operatives said to be trained from birth would sneak behind enemy lines and wreak havoc with supply lines and communications. Their training and advanced stealth suits made them almost impossible to track down. That doesn't mean we didn't try. Project Shadow was an attempt to fight fire with fire. I was part of a small unit of 6, trained to hunt down and eliminate Chinese insurgents. We were taught to be more than soldiers. We were survivors. Hunting men who have spent their entire lives learning how to disappear takes time and dedication. We were given the authority to operate independent of the main army. We were not stationed anywhere, but instead went wherever the query led us. My unit would often spend months in the wilderness stalking our prey, cut off from official help. For 4 years I hunted down infiltrators as the war dragged on. There were rumors that we were winning. The Chinese forces were being pushed back in Alaska, and we had invaded their mainland with our power-armored soldiers, cutting a swath through their towns. In the early months of 2077, my unit had tracked reports of infiltration all the way to the capital of our very nation. We believed LOB Enterprises may have been harboring Chinese agents and were attempting to gather as much intel as we could in order to convince the army to seize their assets. While tailing an employee of the LOB, I witnessed a car crash that had trapped a small child. Car crashes in that day and age were very dangerous. After America's oil supply dried up, cars were built to run on nuclear fusion. When their cores melted down, they would explode with tremendous force. I crawled into the car to pull the child out, and was able to free her and push her into the arms of waiting others nearby. However, I was still in the car when my world exploded into fire. Everything after that moment is a blur. I remember hearing that I was being transferred to Fort Constitution, a military base near the city. I remember doctors standing over me with worried looks on their faces. And I remember pain. I do not know how much time passed, but my last memory was of a man in a suit talking to a doctor. I remember him saying 3 things. The end was coming, special project, and Vault 89. Then my world faded to black. That should have been the end of my story. Death comes to us all, and it should have found me that day. But the world was changing around me in ways I could never even dream of. And for better or worse, my story had only just begun. What? Where am I? What? A cave? What the hell? Hello? Hello? Wait. What happened? The last thing I remember, the car. Did I die? No. Hospital. 89. What? Hello? Everything's fuzzy. Why am I in a cave? What is this? Is this a vault? I remember them talking about building vaults in case of, nukes, but... Hello? It won't open. Hello? Was I taken here from Fort Constitution? I remember them saying something about that. I don't even know where that fort is. I know Fort Constantine, but I don't... Alright, calm down. What happened? Last thing I remember, I was trapped in the explosion, but look at me. I'm fine. I don't feel any pain at all. A little thirsty, maybe, but I don't understand. Hello? Well, if there's anyone in there, they're not answering. I won't find any answers here. Let's just try and get out of here. I just wish I could remember where I am, how I got here. Vault tech. So this is a vault. But why am I outside it? Alright. We'll go outside. There's the door. I'll find someone. Maybe find a way to contact, I don't know, the military, something. Have them come pick me up. It's cold. It's not winter. Wait. What happened to these trees? Soldiers. Good. Soldiers who paint their power armor black and red. I don't know of any unit that does that. But they could be special forces, I guess. Some units I've heard painting symbols, but anyway. Soldier, I need to speak to your CO.
Why don't you go bother the Brotherhood or something?
The who? No, my name is Captain Sean Flynn. I need to speak to your CO now.
No time to talk to your type, local.
My type? Local? What, who's your CO, and why would he let you keep your power armor in such a state of... Never mind, actually. I think I'm good. Thank you. Deserters. They have to be deserters. Look at the condition of their power armor. It's shoddy. It looks like it's about to fall apart. No CO I know of would ever let the soldiers keep their armor in such a state. And the colors. They deserted. What happened to these trees? They're all dead. They've been burned. It's like they've been bombed. Nukes? No. Sean, don't be stupid. If a nuke had fallen close enough to do this to the trees, the entire area would be uninhabitable for a decade at least. There'd be no soldiers, deserters, or otherwise. So, carpet bombing then? Maybe the Chinese got bombers. Wait, I know that tower. That's a communications array for the satellites right outside of DC. How could Chinese get bombers so close to carpet DC? That doesn't... Oh God, what happened? No. No, calm down, Sean. Focus. You're alone in the wilderness. Nothing but snow. Focus on the essentials. Food, water, weapons. Intel can come later. If I'm right, then Fort Constantine should be just over there. But that doesn't make any sense either. If Fort Constantine is right over here, then why are the deserters walking around in power armor right in front of it? Why aren't they being arrested? Why aren't they being apprehended? Oh no. Look at this place. No wonder they're not being apprehended. This entire base is... How long was I out for? Even if they carpet bombed the entire area. Look at that, our metal. It's rusted. Calm down, Sean. Calm down. Those robots still working. Maybe they know. Maybe they're not deserters. Maybe they're remnants. No, look, I've got 1,000 questions and no answers if I just start guessing. Look, I can ask the robots. They were never the most intelligent, but they could hold a conversation. Excuse me. Excuse me. What happened here?
Hold it right.
No, what oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What? He fired at me. What the hell? Couldn't he tell I was American? Unless his programming was damaged somehow. Or whoever was left in that base said it to fire at anyone. Oh, this doesn't make any sense at all, and I have no weapons, nothing. This just doesn't make sense. Crap. Maybe if I lead them over to them, let them deal with them. Run for it. Hi! Hi! How's it going? Robot over there. Go deal with it. Yeah, have a nice day. I'm just a local. What is going on? Okay. Look, I'll let them deal with those guys. Find another way to sneak in. Then I can... Wait. What is this? On my arm. Pip-Boy. Model 3000. I don't remember anything like this. What? Is this a way to keep track of things? Like a computer of sorts. Wait a second. This is monitoring my vitals? It looks like an old... Well, this looks like records on me. Military records. I remember this test. It was taken a while ago to try and determine my fitness. It even has luck. Oh god. C.O. Perkins put that in there as a joke because everyone said I was so lucky. This is my entire aptitude test. What they thought I was good at. How would this have that? Well, useful at least. A map? Is this where I am? Some sort of locator? Weird. Anyway, I gotta get into that base. There might be information there. Maybe someone's still alive, or maybe at least a terminal that can record what happened. Something. Or the essentials. Remember, Sean, the essentials. Food, water, weapons. Those robots obviously aren't friendly. You need to be able to defend yourself. This entire place. Look how rusted it is. This doesn't happen after a year or even a few. How long was I in the hospital? Alright. Okay. What's that? Where's that coming from? Oh crap. Oh crap, crap, crap. Crap. Alright, just stay here. Shh. If he sees me, I'm screwed. I've got nothing. Crap. Try and squeeze into here. Just stay low. I've got nothing but my bare hands. There's no way I can take that thing down. Just go the other way, you stupid robot. Okay. Quiet. Nice and quiet. Okay. Is there anything in here I can use? There's gotta be something. Oh, great. A silenced sniper rifle. 308 rounds. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Lucky Irish indeed. Some food, some vodka. Crap. Alright. God, someone's dead. Hello? Hello? Check his pulse. No, he's cold. He's been dead for days. Another deserter? Wanderer, maybe? Crap. Robot's coming. Try and stay down. Stay quiet. Sniper rifle at such close quarters is not ideal, but better than nothing. Just hope I don't have to use it. This thing's in horrible condition, though. Just stay calm. Stay quiet. Do I take it out? No. No. I've got 8 rounds with this thing. Who knows if I'll ever find more in these conditions. Stealth. Patience. Don't waste your resources when you don't have to. Just be ready in case you need to. Okay. 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 So who are you? You're obviously not military. Has this base been bombed out so long that squatters could come? Hello. What have we here? Backpack. His, I guess. Heavy. Heavier than you'd expect. Bottle caps. No, you go over there. Let's see what's in here. Pistol, rounds, binoculars. More bottle caps. Some sort of weird eclectic? Maybe. Well, I'm not gonna look a gift backpack in the mouth, so to speak. This thing's heavier than I expected. Wait. It's got steel sewn into it? This thing could stop a bullet. That's clever. Makes it heavier, but I wouldn't have to worry about getting shot from behind. Well, again. Hello. Chinese armed forces. Money. This might be useful. Move him out of the way. Sorry, whoever you are. It's a lot of money. Look at his condition. What's over here? Bobblehead. More bottle caps. Launch codes. I want to hold on to those. Wouldn't want him getting a hold of them. Maybe that's what he was here for. Maybe I'm looking at this all wrong. He was here for the launch codes? The robot took him down? Look at this pistol. It's in horrible condition. No. This guy? Look at him. He's in rags. Not even sure he knows what launch codes are. Alright. I'm getting sick of this robot. I've got a pistol now. Let's take him down. Come on. Nice and quiet. There we go. Now, if I can just pry open this back panel right here. There we go. Energy cells. May come in handy. May not. Alright. This guy loved his bottle caps for some reason. Whatever. Busted. Of course it is. Is there anything else in here I can use? Empty. More sniper rounds. Oh, bless whoever this CO was. They sure have good taste in weapons. Toolbox. Maybe a sensor module I could use. A paint gun. No need for that. Bunker door. Tight security. Not even I could unpick the lock. Fort Constantine. I remember something about this. Reading some sort of report. Weren't they doing power armor experimentations down here? Some new form of power armor? Oh, I don't know. Who remembers? I was never the biggest fan of power armor anyway. I hated having to learn how to use it. I mean, sure, hello. It's great when you're in a stand-up fight, but man, it's clunky. Hard to sneak around in. I'm more of a sneaky sort, if you know what I mean. Alright. Books. What the? My Pip-Boy. It's picking up radiation. What? But Constantine didn't have any nuclear fallout? Or materials other than maybe the power armor suit? Maybe a power armor core melted down, or a car, or it could be any number of things. Or it could be... No, it couldn't be a nuke. Yeah, again, things are old, but no way, just no way. Alright, don't waste your ammo, you don't have many shots left. Try and get into the personnel offices. Maybe you'll be able to find something of use in there.